Hello and welcome to episode 19 of Mine Zealand. My name's Sunfire and we are starting off with a bit of exploring today, as I'm still looking for that ice spike biome. So we're just heading, what would it be, west I think? Yeah, west. From the ocean base. I'm going to go in just a straight direction so I don't end up getting lost. Wow, that's an enormous beach. And hopefully we can find something over the ocean. I really wish it would render in a little quicker, but oh well. But yeah, the goal was to do a bit of exploring today. We're probably going to work at a creeper farm, so I'll need to dig down to bedrock level. Oops. There we go. And once I've got to bedrock level, I'll start putting in that creeper farm in the base, or close to the base. It's going to be another pod that comes off it that will then go down to bedrock. Just so we can kind of keep ourselves in steady supply of rockets, because I am down basically to my last stack in a bit now. Which is surprising, because I had so many from the mob farm back at the studio. But I guess as I'm not there anymore, I just don't get the drops anymore. So I'm basically running on empty. But yeah, I'll keep going here and hopefully we'll find... Ooh, a little bit of lag there. Are we all good? Still going west? Yes, we are. Yeah, I'll cut back when I find something of any sort of interest. You know what? There's just nothing but endless oceans. And we're going to have to get to land soon just to have a bit of a sleep. And then we'll head back to the base. I did find another extreme hills biome, which could be useful for a bit of a normal ice farm with silk touch pickaxe, but yeah, I was really hoping more for the packed ice, purely because that doesn't melt when there's light around. But you never know, I'll have an explore of that extreme hills biome. There might be one that's close by. I usually find that, you know, you'll get deserts close to mesas and forests close to other forests, so I don't know if that's actually, you know, supposed to be like that, but that seems to be how it is for me. Alright, so we'll try and head back to that extreme hills biome. Hopefully before nighttime. But if it doesn't, I can always land in the forest. Man, it's so much easier to explore than Elytra. You can just sort of see over everything. Whoop. Another leg spike, there we go. This seems to be heading back in the right direction. There we go. Right, let's find a plateau to land on. This one will do. There we go, right. Pop a bed down. Clunk. We'll watch the sunset from up here. Did I got my shovel? Let's collect some snow while we're up here. I'm just making a mess of the landscape, aren't I? A stone shovel would have been better. Oh, to bed we go. I'll have a bit of an explore around here, and hopefully I'll find something. I'll be able to come back to you guys with something more interesting than dirt and snow. Well, we found something. We found a village with a blacksmith, so hopefully we found a bit of decent loot. You never know, there could be diamonds in there. So we'll check that out. Although I'm feeling like I'm now completely lost. Nothing too impressive, but we'll take it. Now I need to work out exactly where the base is from here, because I am feeling very, very lost. I don't remember passing any villages on the way over. In fact, I don't remember passing any plains at all. So I could be considerably off track here. I'm just going to double check some coordinates. Well, I'm starting to panic a little bit. I can't find my coordinates for my base, and I have no idea where I'm going. I think it's oh, are you kidding? Is that it? Is that my... It is my ink farm. Awesome. Right, well, panic over. Last rocket left, and we've managed to make it back. So, as far as exploration goes, it was a bit of a a bit of a failure, but at least my memory's fairly good. I had a feeling it was about minus 3,000, minus 8,000 for this base, but where are we? Oh, minus 8,000, minus 3,000. So yeah, it wasn't too bad. We've made it back. We've got one rocket left, so we're definitely in the need for a creeper farm. So I'm going to start making another pod that will come out from, I'm thinking maybe behind this one. It'll go probably another 30 blocks out and then straight down to ground to the bedrock. I think that might be the best way to do it, because I don't want it to affect the spawns of this. So I think having it a little further out, and then I can AFK in this room if I want to, in order to get the creeper farm active. That might be the best way to do it, because it should still hopefully be in a deep enough ocean biome that there's not as many caves that I need to light up, and it should hopefully mean the spawn rates are pretty good. So we'll get cracking on that. So we're just ticking away in the tunnels now. I've probably put about 15 blocks between. It's probably close to 20 now, which I think should be enough. But one of the things that's making this entire build so much easier is, well, both depth strider and respiration. So, I mean, if you are ever planning on building in an ocean biome, or just exploring in an ocean biome, get those enchantments. It will make the world of difference. Aqua Affinity is also really helpful, especially if you're going to be mining blocks out, which, well, quite often I am, just because I'm a bit clumsy when it comes to the placements. So we're almost done here, so I'll be able to go back very soon and go grab my slime blocks and just clear this area out. So what we'll do is... I need to replace those. So I'll just fill this up for now, because I'll need those signs back shortly. Right, and now we can replace this too. Oh, what am I doing? That's correct. There we go. Right, so it's just this side as well. Is that right? That seems right. I'll know for sure when I've got the slime blocks, I guess. I still can't work out why this guy is not farming like he should do. Just every now and then he will harvest a crop. If you're lucky, he'll replant it. More often than not, he just wanders away. So who knows what's going on there? I certainly don't. The resource gathering has been going very well. And I think for this particular dome, I guess, the particular pod that I'm making for this is going to be much smaller in size. It's not going to be as grand of a scale as this, because the farm itself is going to be underground and mostly hidden. I don't have any need to see it. And, oh, put that away, didn't I? Right, let's get that back out. Yeah, I've got no real need to see the farm. I am not having a good day today. There we go. Right. Much better. Much better. We'll pop the signs here. And that should provide us with a pocket of air if we need it. And these are the easiest, definitely the easiest way of clearing water, in my opinion. Probably easier than sponges. Purely because you can just insta-mine them afterwards. You don't have to dry them out. You just break an area into sections and just slowly tick away at it. And I mean, if you've got a slime farm, it's not like these are hard to come by. I mean, my slime farm's not exactly huge. It's only about 3 layers, I think, and that's providing... I mean, how many... I can't even think how many stacks of slime cubes I've got now. But it's more than enough. And there we go. So this entire thing is now cleared out. It's lit up, so I know that no mobs are going to spawn in here as well. Collect all those up. So now we can start working on the pod. Now I always look to the... If you look online, there's Minecraft generators for circle size, just so you know you've got it accurate. That's kind of what I used for this bottom layer here on this one, and then I've just kind of put the blocks where they naturally felt they should be to build these circular layers up. So as you can see, these top ones aren't circular, completely circular, but it felt more natural and organic to have it like that, because if I'd actually done circles all the way around, I feel like it would have been far too spherical. The ceiling would have been far too high for the actual building. So I like how this has come out, and yeah, I think I may do the circles off camera, because there's a lot of fiddly stuff. It doesn't always go to plan. You're underwater. It's building underwater is a hassle. Let's put it that way. I'm not regretting my decision, but I am certainly questioning my sanity from time to time. Quick progress update. It's actually going really well. I guess after actually making one of these already, once you've got the general idea of how you want the shape to look and how you want it to curve, it's actually not too slow to build. So this one's looking pretty good. We've got the most of the roof on. I'm just going to work through the glass now and get that sorted, and then we can work on emptying it out. And I think it's small enough that the sponges might actually be useful this time around. For that larger pod, the sponges were horrendous. They just did not work. Well, I don't want to say they didn't work. They did work, but it was really difficult to clear out all of the water just by using sponges. You had to do a lot of, what would you even call it? Petitioning. You'd have to do a lot of petitioning. It took a long time to actually put the sand or gravel that I was using in place. It took just as long to get rid of it. It would be nice to just use sponges if we can. First petition's up. Bam. Way easier. Way easier. So yeah, I'm just going to keep ticking away with this. I mean, that's close to a quarter of it done already, so I don't anticipate this to take very long at all. But I would like to take the time right now just to ask you guys if you have any suggestions for the base, because I've got plenty of farms in mind, but other than the murals, I don't really know design-wise what I want to do. So if you... Oh, I missed a bit. What are we missing? Is there a gap? I feel like there's a gap. No, there's just one block. Well, we'll just put a slime block there and that should get rid of that. But yeah, I was going to ask if you have any design ideas, suggestions, please feel free to pop them in the comments, because I'm always happy to hear from you guys. Have I got them all? Is that all of them? No, we're still missing bits. There we go. That's better. That's better. Yeah, always happy to hear from you guys, and I'm sure you've got some interesting ideas for the base as well, so please let me know. Let me know. And there we go. That is the second farming pod of the build. And yeah, it looks pretty good. It's not as big, it's not as dominating as this one is. And now it's just a case of heading down to bedrock, clearing it all out, and making ourselves a neat little farm. I actually think I won't use prismarine for it, because I mean, I'm not going to be looking at the farm, I just want the drops. So it's basically going to be a small prismarine room, farms on the other side. I may put glass in just to have a look. I'm not sure. I'm not sure yet. That is tempting, but then you've got to work with a lot of issues and lighting up and making things spawn proof. So I think what I'll do is I'll just have the farm hidden, but the room where you collect all the drops will be over there somewhere, and we might have a room that comes off that for a sugarcane farm as well. So we'll have an underwater base that then becomes an underground base. That could be quite interesting. Right, let's get cracking. Right, so we've got both floors in, we've got the dispensers in, we have got all of the water buckets in place. We've got our magma blocks down here. Now I may need to make some cobblestone walls just to run along that bottom one there, because I think the way this farm is designed, it's also going to spawn spiders. So there's not much I can do about that without interrupting the flow of water. So what I'm going to do instead is try and prevent them from crawling back up the wall with the cobblestone fences. And yeah, I think other than that, we just need to finish off the redstone clock at the back of here that's going to run all of these dispensers and switch them all on and off at the same time. And yeah, it's coming together, it's coming together. We just need a bit more time to finish it off. Right, well, it's took a while and a bit of resources, but I think it is now working. I was puzzling on the best way to do it, so I set up a hopper clock, and we've got a pulse extender here. But I wanted to try out observers to see if that would actually work better. And it should fire in another couple of minutes because I had to reset it. So what we'll do is, I know it works on the bottom floor, it works fine. However, getting it to work on that second floor is the next big step. And yes, we'll just have to wait and see basically. So I'm going to camp out here and we'll flick back when it is hopefully working. Okay, moment of truth. Is it going to reach to the end? Yes, it is. Excellent. We were having a few issues with that, so I'm glad that's sorted with. We can now seal that up. And yeah, basically the farm is done. We're just going to sit back and wait for it to actually collect some resources for us. So let's get out of here. He says, there we go. It took a good fair amount of time to just reorganize these observer blocks to face the other way, and we just basically ran the signal that was coming out of here up and around, because I was having a few issues trying to get it to go from here up to here. So, you know, it's not perfect, it's not how I wanted it to go. I wanted them all to fire at the same time, but I think we did well. So next step actually is to go along here and place some slabs, because this is actually a slime chunk I found out. So we've actually got slime spawning in here, which isn't a major thing, but we don't want it to take up the mob cap. So yeah, I'll go through and I'll sort that out off camera. You know, I was going to call this guy GG Munchies, but he's not hardworking enough. So I'm just going to call him Jeff, I think. So Jeff here is pretty useless. I'm actually having to manually collect all the wheat myself, like some kind of scrub. But that's all good. As for renaming a couple of villagers, I have plans to, when the other temple is sort of taken over and completed, I have plans to create a villager trading system similar to the one that is in Oasis, but I think if I've got villagers there that I want to keep around, then I'll name them after some of the people who comment on my videos and who subscribe to my channel, so and also just other YouTubers that I enjoy their videos. You know, if I enjoy their videos, I'll pop a little tribute to them in the villager room. But yeah, I mean, the episode's been going pretty well. I'm going to head down to the farm soon, the creeper farm, and see if we are actually getting any decent drops. It may be a little slow. I'm not entirely sure yet how well it will work, but my hope is it's going to be similar to the Guardian farm. It's going to surprise me. It's going to be better than I expected. You know what? For all the fanciness of that redstone, that's the entirety of the drops in the past 25 minutes. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to tear it all down and rebuild it with the mob farm that I had over at the studio, and then I'll just put trapdoors on the ceiling of that, because that was considerably more reliable than this is, and I feel I'll probably get better returns for my investment if I do that. So I'm just going to crack on with that. Well, we're back. We've done a bit of reworking of that farm now, so the one that's over here with all the redstone, that is gone. We're back to the basic farm, and it's doing considerably better already. So I think we'll probably leave it there for this episode. We've got quite a bit achieved. We went exploring, we didn't find anything, but we've come back, we've built a creeper farm, and we are really close to level 100. So I think what we'll do is we'll finish the episode at level 100. Now, I'm still looking for ideas for this space, so if you have any, please be sure to comment them, let me know. Let me know what you think of the base so far as well. I'll be interested to hear. And we've got our lovely garden farm. It's dropping lots of guardians right now, so that should be enough to get us to level 100. Oh, and there we go. We are now level 100, and I'd just like to finish the episode by saying we've hit 800 views. Now, when I started this, I wasn't expecting to get anywhere near the sort of response I've been getting, so I'm really happy that you guys are enjoying the videos. And yeah, if you do enjoy it, feel free to smash that like button, hit subscribe if you're not subscribed. I'm trying to keep the content fairly consistent and bringing at least 2 episodes out a week. At the moment it's going to be mainly free play Fridays and this series, although I am still working away at the Skyblock or Void Pack 2 series, and yeah, I'm really blown away by the response I've had from you guys, so thank you very much. Like, the reason that I keep doing this, the reason that I keep trying to improve my content is because you guys seem to enjoy it, so this is all down to you guys. Pat yourselves on the back. Thank you very much. And yeah, we'll see you next time for episode, what would it be, 20? Episode 20, crikey. Yeah, we'll see you for episode 20. Bye.